Welcome back, and we're ready for another day of adventuring. We've got a little prep work to do, so we'll take Astarion, and we're going to cast our Druid buff. And we'll need to have Lizelle drink another potion of giant strength. Now that she's got Tavern Brawler, we're going to want to unequip her weapon. She'll do more damage in hand to hand. And I think that is all we need to do. And let's go back to Risen Road. There are a whole lot of Gnoll bodies in this area, and if you're doing the alchemy game, these combine for potions of speed, so totally worth looting if that's the thing that you're doing in your playthrough.
At the ready. Certainly.
These guys are not hostile when we meet them. They're pretending to be good guys.
At ease, friend. You're welcome to rest here.
Let's give this a try.
Go in and we'll swap out for our Speak with Dead amulet.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
We'll ask who he is. He's an infernal servant. He died fighting a brute.
The spell's
So these people are not who they say they are. Let's step out back.
Who's to say who's the real villain in this tale of devils and masquerades?
We'll break the party apart, and we've had shovels stuck in the blacksmith shop for a while, so we'll get him out. Shovel is a really valuable companion, so it can stand in doorways and stuff like that and block people moving through them sometimes. So we used it to block the ogres from coming up on top of the building we were in. We can try to force these folks to come out through the front door as well.
Which way to the nearest library?
So the merchant paths out the door, and we're gonna bring Lizelle down behind her. And we'll go into turn-based mode.
Excellent choice.
There is work to do.
Keep your distance, darling.
We're gonna hide with everybody, and then rather than using the toppling blow here, we have a push attack. The red line says that they're not gonna fall. And that's because there's a tree sort of in the way. We can move just a little bit. And the blue line says that's where we're going to fall, and so we're going to kick off the attack.
pick to fight. The consequences are hard.
And she made the check, and there's no surprise round for reasons. So we're going to punch her. She's going to shield. And this is why we've got other folks that are waiting in the wings.
I can't afford to fail.
Okay. No. That's what we wanted to do. So we're trying not to get these things to follow us. So you see we've got an 80% chance to hit. We'll attack with both. Let's take a look at our passives. Go to our spell book and make this easy for us to remember whether or not sharpshooter is on. She doesn't have very many hit points. With sharpshooter off, we're at a 96%. That's what we're going to take. Alright, so she's down.
I will ascend. I wonder what the next move is.
And we'll crouch again,
Time to
since we're not in combat. We're going to have Lizelle run up.
taking position.
And this is probably going to lead the archer to run straight out the door.
Cloak and dagger. My favorite. No time to dally.
So we're going to try to block line of sight by climbing up top.
This really isn't my forte.
Ready.
And
Unseen.
since Shadowheart's still not in combat, in theory we could actually go in and shoot down from the top. That would lock her in though and potentially bring her up. What we can do, and we could do this with any of the characters, is break the ladder that they would use to come up to this level. So that's right here. And Anders doesn't have a very good ranged option. So if we just shoot this ladder,
This way.
and evidently we're done sneaking.
Swift and lethal.
She ran right past our imp. We'll crouch, I guess, for real this time. This building has a couple of holes that run through it.
Let's get this over with.
So we might be running into a case where they're seeing us through the roof.
I am fury. I am death. Can't give up. Not now. Need to stay hidden.
This archer's gonna run out and take a shot, maybe on the bird, maybe on Astarion.
My path be true.
Arlazel does have a bow. So we'll shoot and maybe back up a little bit.
Afford to let up. Let me strike true.
We got lucky on the shots there, so she's down.
Shall we cut and run?
Time for
Crouch with Astarion and our bird. Let's see where Anders goes.
My prey awaits.
I'm gonna reveal the bird and see if we can drag him out. So we'll fly the bird down to this corner. Should be a long run, and we'll come out of stealth.
Swift and lethal.
Shall we dance?
And it looks like he's flying somehow. And then he's teleported back. Let's see if that works. He might just somehow attack the bird, so we're gonna reposition it. And see if maybe he appears somewhere normal. We'll try to bring in the other one and attack him. And maybe we can get normal behavior after that. It looks like he's standing on a box and is maybe stuck.
Time to kill.
Got to focus.
Okay, he didn't move. We'll try moving
Move.
Shadowheart and see if that works. He may have fallen through a hole in the terrain.
This. Have to keep going.
Can you feel death's cold grip?
So I'm not sure he even can move anymore. We've got access to this little guy here. Maybe we can break the box he's standing on. We'll see if that helps.
Need to act fast. I'm fury. I am death.
There we go. Okay, yeah, so he's gonna do what we thought he was gonna do before he closed in on the bird. That's what we expected.
Fury. On the move. Need to stay focused.
And we'll have Shadowheart come back out.
Yes.
And Astarion from up top. the bird here is just going to disengage. And we'll fly over here because it's much more movement for him to get here than it is for us. He's got to go the long way.
Taking position. Let's end this.
This fight would be long since over if we didn't get a pathing error. One of the reasons we like having an offhand attack is so that we can dash to approach and still attack.
Dance macabre.
And didn't hit. And the bird again will just reposition back where it was.
Taste my fury. I'm ready.
So with only 2 hit points left, there's no reason to run sharpshooter. She's more accurate without it.
Surprised you spotted me.
We did lose our familiar, though we shouldn't have. That was some sort of graphical glitch. We'll cast Featherfall and jump down.
Yes, why not?
And Andrew's sword is actually not too bad. It has the ability to cast the shield, Shield of Faith spell.
My pleasure.
So, good if we're playing a two-hander fighter or on actually an abjuration wizard. So if we were playing an abjuration wizard, we might keep that around just to help build up our arcane ward. We're gonna head into the basement.
That smells right.
What's gonna get us damaged in the basement is activating traps when we're not wanting to activate traps. So we're gonna break all the group apart.
Quickly then.
There's a bunch of treasure to pick up in here.
Move with purpose.
Take heed.
I say, and then all the boxes so far are empty. There we go. In here there are 2 pressure plates on the chairs. You can, if you're playing in a party, just have people sit in them. But just as easily we can put vases on them. Same effect, it opens the door. There's a trap plate here. We're going to jump over it.
There are traps here.
There's great sword, shields. There's the gloves of heroism. We don't have a paladin in the party yet, but eventually we probably will. I think I will be recruiting Minthara in this playthrough. If ever you wondered where you could get a great sword to make a sister blade, there's several of them in here. And that's kind of everything in the basement. There's a lot of boxes and chests if you would like to go through. Lots of stuff to loot.
What lies within?
But the real secret is the hidden area. And we'll put our group back together and head back out to the Risen Road. And we're gonna head back under the bridge. Maybe, I think we'll take the Gnoll path. I think we're well equipped enough to deal with the Gnolls at this point.
Someone's already slain these creatures. A pity they didn't leave any for us.
So the Gnolls get popped out of dying hyenas. That's what we're gonna see over here. And there's a Gnoll leader. There's a Flend that's just up the path. These archers are the most dangerous combat outside of the cave.
Unheard, unseen.
And we'll use some real resources to get past them. So we're going to come up onto this ridge. We'll break the group apart.
Wizard, not a cat burglar. Immediately.
And we're going to do some actual sorcery. So we've got the ability to cast 2 spells around because of the quicken effect. This guy's going to path back over. He'll be next to all of them. And when that happens, we're going to hit them all with a shatter effect. So we've got them all right there. So we'll shatter, and then we're going to shatter again and see if we can't kill them.
On my honor.
So we'll quicken, and we'll do it again.
On it.
So pretty close, but not quite.
With every breath, a purpose.
So they're all sort of grouped up here. We can have Astarion come through and try to use Thunderwave. He doesn't know that spell. We could have Shadowheart attempt to attack from the ledge. We could throw a bomb.
Ready for anything.
So we've got some explosives, I think. Those are under throwables. So we'll bring Lozelle up close to the edge. And we'll throw a bomb at this one with 7 hit points. See how well that does. That's it. So, fight over.
May it please, Mistra.
And we'll deal with the Gnolls down here as well. So we're gonna break the group apart, and when we walk over, we'll get to see the Gnoll, and there's a sort of a cut scene that we can bring up.
What comes now? Need to tread softly.
I think rather than that, we'll just start shooting. You can earn slightly more experience by watching all the transformations. We're going to shoot at this patrolling hyena. If we were to encounter these folks first, the hyena actually would run up to the archers here and alert them.
Let's try this way. This must be where the Gnolls attacked.
And not getting the cutscene, so. There we go. And we're going to run back. They have a sudden attack that they're going to charge. And they just pass by the bird, which is interesting. Got the crit miss there.
Time to strike.
Let's see if Lizelle can get into combat. She's a little far back. So we will use our dash to run over and past. And we'll try topple. And that's good enough. And we'll run next to the Gnoll.
Destroyer. Keep them guessing.
Depending on how much health it's got left, and we might do something different. Here, I think we're just going to cast Magic Missile. And we need to put the Psychic Necklace back on. We'll try the offhand melee weapon first, and that's enough.
Vile.
Forgot I talked to that guy and didn't switch it back. So we would like the extra magic missile.
Let's go. Before more join us.
He's having some trouble processing all the blood. We actually know he's a vampire though now, so I believe.
Watch your back.
Oh no, we don't. Let's talk to him.
I applaud your taste.
Battle. You know, I've been thinking, and no, it's just that I'm a vampire.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Right. So, was there anything else?
No, and this gives Astarion the bite attack.
Trust no one.
So I should have done that when we camped. It didn't come up. All right, so next thing we need to do is deal with the larger Gnoll ambush up here, or head out to Joaquin's Rest and deal with them first. And so probably deal with Joaquin's Rest. It's an easier set of encounters, and it sort of leads a little bit into the conversation with the caravan guards, because we'll have been there and actually know a little bit about what's going on. We'll deal with that in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.